Today I'm locking a perfect player on the worst NFL team for his entire career. But with him having 99 ratings for every single attribute, that means he's a perfect 99 overall at every single position. So throughout his 10-year NFL career, we will be converting his position every single season, which will be determined by this wheel every year, starting his career at the left edge position. So today we're going to see how much having a 99 overall player at each of these positions individually improves the team's performance. And we're going to make sure we convert his position every year right before the offseason, because I'm interested to see how the CPU front office tries to build a roster around a perfect player that can't play the same position more than one season. He's going to have to put up like 20 sacks this season to help carry this defense, because around him, dude, this defense is terrible. And even with technically having the best pass rusher of all time, I mean, I think it's going to be tough for him to carry a team with an offense this horrible. And I already know all you Dolphins fans out there foaming at the mouth. RBT, we're not the worst team. Brother, your number one receiver is Tutu Atwell. Like, pipe down. But I really hope this perfect player can live up to the hype and help carry this terrible roster. Because my bank account has a copy of Madden 27 on the line for every single one of these challenges. Our perfect player's got to either win MVP or finish in the top 10 in voting outside of playing quarterback. Got to win offensive and defensive player of the year, while also breaking 3 single-season Dolphins records. Got to make 5 Pro Bowls, and of course, lead the worst team in the NFL to a Super Bowl. So with that, fellas, it is officially time to simulate our perfect player's rookie season, and it's time to see how much a perfect 99 overall left edge impacts the worst team in football. That's so funny. Literally the same exact record that they had in real life. The big question is, how did our perfect player do? Oddly enough, we actually had a pretty decent offense. Defensively, we were number 2. And you've got to believe our perfect player played a big role in that. Malik Willis, definitely not the best. So for the Dolphins fans, gotta hope sometime soon our perfect player gets to play quarterback. He will at least once in his 10-year career. It will be a little disappointing though the season he plays running backs. I'm sure he'll put up better stats than Achane, but it's like, I feel like Achane would be wasted that year. I mean, maybe by the point that a perfect player gets to play running back, Achane's either washed or retired. Honestly, dude, this isn't too bad. Like, all things considered, with Jalen Tolbert as your number 1 and number 2, both of them coming up with 1,000 yards is pretty incredible. But imagine what our guy could do in this offense at receiver. Now, most importantly, brother, on the defensive side of things, our perfect player in his first year put up 20 sacks. Not only did he put up 20 sacks, he had 104 tackles, 21 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions. You don't typically see an edge rusher get interceptions. He got 2. Freaking Chris Johnson got 7 as a rookie, but 20 sacks, boys, not bad at all. Also had a forced fumble, no touchdowns, unfortunately. Did make his first Pro Bowl, which was well deserved, but I don't see a defensive rookie of the year here. Hold on, there's just no way with 20 sacks he didn't win rookie of the year. There's just no chance. Okay, he did win Defensive Player of the Year, which is strange. It didn't show up a second ago, which does officially mean in season number 1, he completes our first challenge, which at the same time, of course, also won Defensive Rookie of the Year, which poor Chris Johnson, dude, 7 picks and not winning the Rookie of the Year is kind of nuts. So obviously a little disappointed the team didn't make the playoffs, but I guess they were the worst team in football for a reason. But I do feel like this was a pretty good foundation year, as his teammate Chris Johnson should be around for a while, and he's up to a freaking 83 rated. As we head to the end of the season here, it is time to reveal his position for season number 2. Are we gonna get quarterback? Are we gonna get receiver? Looks like we're gonna get running back, which I already mentioned. Kind of feels like it's gonna waste Achane's career. So I really wonder if this is gonna hurt the team more than it helps it. I mean, surely they can find a way to utilize both of these guys. But I do wonder if that changes up the entire philosophy of this offseason with freaking $200 million just sitting here. Because obviously with that conversion, they have a huge hole at left edge now, and he's never gonna play left edge ever again. But hey, at least they gained a superstar. Chris Johnson looks like he's gonna be a freaking monster. It's like with Malik Willis still not being the greatest of quarterbacks, 74 rated, I wonder if their philosophy should just be run the ball every play next season. If that's the case, hopefully they spend some of that money on better offensive linemen. But let's just hope they spend this almost $200 million wisely. Okay, so the front office didn't spend all their money, but they did spend at least a good chunk of change. But on who, though? Oh my god, we're building the old person's home. Grover Stewart, Harrison Smith on a 1-year contract, Asante Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Taylor Decker, Andre Cisco, Dane Belton, Chidobe Awuzie. So a lot of signings, but like no superstars or anything. But I guess spending some money is better than nothing. But with that, super interested to see how they approach this draft here. Are they going to draft a replacement for Malik Willis? Are they going to get the edge rusher to replace our perfect player who's now a running back? Like, what in the world are they going to do here? Because honestly, they really couldn't go wrong drafting any position in the first round, which they ultimately decided to go with quarterback. Rakeem Tompkins out of TCU, 77 overall. Got a really good tight end in the second round. Got a good guard in the third, good D tackle in the fifth, decent running back in the seventh. So that, honest to God, is a pretty solid draft. So Rakeem Tompkins, unfortunately, 1 year of his career is going to kind of be wasted because our perfect players can play quarterback eventually. But also at the same time, our perfect players can play wide receiver a season, can play tight end a season. So he'll link up and be a pretty good target for young Rakeem Tompkins eventually. 5'11" and thick. So like a thick Bryce Young we got here, who hopefully also is actually good, unlike Bryce. So how's the old squad going to look like here in season number 2 with our perfect player at running back? We honestly might get worse though. With us losing him at left edge, and we got Chop Robinson there, but that's a pretty big drop off from a 99 overall player with 20 sacks. But let's see, brother. Let's see if our perfect player can take the worst team in football and bring them to the playoffs in just 2 seasons. So this could be this kind of video. I mean, at least we're consistent, I guess. Big jump forward from our offense. I'm assuming it's from our incredible running back. Defense, though, went from second football to almost dead last. Oh, this is going to end up being one of the craziest careers ever, isn't it? Now, the young rookie quarterback, not bad, so at least for the future, even though the year he's going to have to sit out, he looks like he's going to be decent. 84 rated, up to superstar already. Okay. Now, what we care about on the ground, I really don't know because the offensive line was kind of mid, but I guess our guy is 99 overall. I mean, he's technically best running back of all time. Let's see how we did. First season and only season as a running back, 2,326 yards, 9 yards per carry, 23 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, that's awesome, but like at the same time, a little depressing because this guy put up the best season of all time we've ever seen from a running back, yet his team only got 7 wins. And then it's like poor Devon Achane didn't do anything, but it's like also at the same time, whenever he converts to another position next year, Devon Achane, as good as he is, not even to come close to these numbers. I really wonder with like the inconsistency swapping from position to position if we're never able to actually build a Super Bowl winner, which would fail our challenge. We'll see how he did through the year. Hopefully they got him some targets since he's technically a 99 rated receiver. Malik Washington this year, our only 1,000 yard receiver. Interesting. Our perfect player did have a pretty good year out of the backfield, about 500 yards, 7 touchdowns on 41 grabs. From the running back position, had more grabs from our former #1 receiver. And yeah, brother, what a drop off on the defensive side of things. Our leading sack getter, Kenneth Grant, with 9. Keep in mind, our perfect player had 20 a season ago. Now, surely with his stat line, he got some MVP votes, right? Like, or at least bare minimum 1 offensive player of the year. And he comes in 3rd place. He comes in 3rd place with 23 touchdowns, 2,400 yards. So no, he didn't win MVP. But if you guys are familiar with any of these videos on the channel, you know how difficult it is for a non-quarterback to get top 10 MVP votes. And he comes top 3. Like, when I think about it, like if somebody put up this stat line in real life, like 2,300 yards and 23 touchdowns, averaging freaking 9 yards per carry, I think they'd win MVP in real life. So since he comes top 10 in MVP voting as a non-quarterback, that yet again is another challenge completed. And unless something went terribly wrong at the same time, he also wins Offensive Player of the Year. Another one. And would you look at that? His quarterback also wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. So maybe, just maybe, if they stick around for a while, even though, you know, he's not always going to play running back, receiver, or tight end to help out his quarterback, maybe that duo can lead the Dolphins to a Super Bowl eventually. And also, I don't think it shocks anybody that he also won Best Running Back. But even though it's another 7-10 season, I think this team is on the right track. They're going to be losing a lot of players since they signed the 1-year deals this offseason. But again, the front office should have money to spend, and maybe they can build a good enough team throughout the offseason and actually make the playoffs next year. But before we send past the Super Bowl here, it's time to see what position he's going to be playing next year. Now, I do want to note, I know it's upside down right now, but offensive line is a part of the wheel. So it's going to be really interesting the year that he plays offensive line to see how much it actually impacts the team around him. I don't quite think it'll be as impactful as whenever he plays quarterback or receiver. But let's spin it, boys. And our perfect players, season number 3, he's officially going to be converted to the tight end position. And with this conversion, like if the front office actually adds a couple pieces in the offseason, this offense could kind of be deadly next year. Achane takes back over as a starter, so he's not getting wasted. Probably still need to add a receiver, maybe get a couple other offensive linemen. And again, with their perfect player not playing defense, we probably do need to try and add a premier pass rusher, which they definitely got the money to do so. Spent a lot of money again this offseason, leaving us with 67 mil. Did we actually get some superstars this offseason, or did they just sign a bunch of old men again on 1-year contracts? Okay, hold on a second. Zaire Franklin, Chris Paul, so that's not a lot there. Good edge, Leonard Williams, Andrew Van Ginkel on 1-year deals, Larry Tunsil on a 1-year deal, Trent Simpson, though, a long-term deal, Marlon Humphrey. Why do we have to re-sign Devon Achane? Why did he make it to free agency? Like, that's idiotic. We had all this money. I guess at the end of the day, at least our front office didn't lose him. Now, what in the world are they going to do in the draft here? I don't even know what we need. Probably a receiver first round. And we got an edge, which is fine. Why we're drafting Devon Achane's potential replacement, I don't know, but I do have to say Joey Edwards is quite the beast. A 78 overall running back in the second round. Good free safety. What's up with all the running backs? I will say the team's looking pretty good, coming in as an 86 rated, but I really don't know how things are going to go with our perfect player playing tight end this year. I mean, like, he's definitely going to make an impact, but it's just definitely not as impactful as like running back or quarterback, maybe wide receiver or edge rusher. But let's see though, boys. He's technically the best tight end to ever play the game. He's like Rob Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, Trey McBride all put together. Let's see if he can go out and have the best season from a tight end of all time, while hopefully leading his team to anything but a 7-10 record again. I don't like this, boys. I don't like it at all. How did this team get worse? Although 13th isn't terrible, it was the worst offensive season we've seen yet, and our defense continues to suck with our star player playing on offense. Oh god, at least our quarterback's getting better. 39 tutties to 12 picks. Achane definitely not doing as good as our stud. But how did he do at the tight end position? He put up 1,436 yards on 98 grabs and 22 touchdowns. That's got to be a record. It's going to be the most receiving touchdowns a tight end's ever put up in a single season. But again, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win more than 6 games. But surely, though, he had to have made a Pro Bowl with this season, right? There it is. 3 Pro Bowl appearances in 3 seasons. Maybe by the end of his career, he can make 10 Pro Bowls all at different positions. Now, we'll say that our perfect player, even with 20-plus receiving touchdowns, didn't get MVP votes at tight end, but our young quarterback did. So at least this is somewhat promising for the future. It is going to suck for his development, though, because eventually he's going to have to play as the backup. Let's see. He did win Offensive Player of the Year for the second time today at a tight end position. That's abnormal. It's just never good, brother, when your team goes backwards. It's like, I don't feel like the team is that bad. I mean, they're a freaking 89 rated, 91 offense, 87 defense. We should be winning more than 6 games. Patience, fellas. Gotta have patience. It's just like with the positions left on the wheel, you really gotta wonder, outside of maybe quarterback, what position is he gonna be the most impactful at? So what do we get in season number 4? Like, honestly, just for vibes, I don't want offensive line here, which we're not gonna get. It is time, boys. It is time for our perfect player to become the best quarterback in NFL history. Now, again, with this specific position swap to quarterback, you would like to think it's gonna be the most impactful, but it does suck to have a 90 overall young quarterback on the bench as a backup. But at the same time, I don't care, brother, because this Dolphins franchise is going to have the best quarterback in NFL history at the helm next season. But will it be enough to lead them to a Super Bowl? Now, how seriously did they take this free agency? They went out and got Nolan Smith on a massive contract. Apparently had to bring back Patrick Paul out of free agency, gave him $120 million. Adonai Mitchell got 50 mil, Max Melton, and that's it. So, I mean, 3 players for the future at least. Now, let's follow that up with a banger draft class here so this Dolphins team can make the playoffs for the first time. I mean, it definitely wasn't the worst draft class. Got a 77 rated defensive tackle, decent edge in the second round. In hindsight, though, looking back, it does suck knowing you could have got an 84 rated guard at pick number 23. But can't be mad at this draft. Can't be mad at all. But if this team's ever going to make the playoffs and go on a Super Bowl run, I feel like it's got to be this year. With our perfect player playing quarterback, I mean, it's never going to get better than this. So technically having the greatest quarterback who's ever lived with a pretty good team around him, I will be shocked. Shocked, I tell you, if this team doesn't win at least, let's say, 10 games. I mean, we basically have Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, and Josh Allen morphed into one quarterback playing for us this season. Honest to God, we should be going undefeated. Oh my God, this franchise is cursed! The greatest quarterback who has ever lived won 6 games again. 4 seasons in, with the best player of all time, we have yet to win more than 7 games. I mean, we only had a top 4 offense. That was me better than that. Defensively, we were dead last, dude. I mean, that's a great season. 40 touchdowns, 5 picks, about 5,000 yards. I honestly thought it's gonna be a little bit crazier than that, but I don't think you can scoff at it. On the ground, put up some good numbers at quarterback as well, which doesn't shock me since he has 99 speed. I don't know why Achane had a stinky season, but it's definitely not perfect player caliber. Okay, he did have Malik Washington go off at least. That's freaking 1,600 yards, 19 tutties. Adonai Mitchell, the new signing, big season as well. And again, man, we gave out massive money in the offseason to upgrade this pass rush, and we're still not even getting close to our production from season number 1. Man, I just absolutely hate that we did not whatsoever take advantage of having the best quarterback of all time this season. Did he at least win MVP? No. Goes to Michael Penix as our perfect quarterback quarterback, best player of all time, came in second. Malik Washington wins Offensive Player of the Year, above Jamar Chase. I guess at least he won the AFC Best Quarterback Award. Not like it means much. So I'm telling you, man, like as of right now, screw the Super Bowl. I don't know if this team's ever going to finish with a 500 record. In the meantime, I don't feel like it's getting any better because it doesn't get any more impactful than quarterback. Let's see how our perfect player is going to help us playing middle linebacker. I mean, I feel like as long as this Dolphins coaching staff doesn't have the IQ of an onion ring, they shouldn't have our perfect player playing off-ball linebacker. He should be hopefully rushing the passer a lot. Like, does it make any sense to me why this defense finished dead last this year? Because I mean, we're literally a 90 overall, the 89 defense. I mean, a 90 overall team should just never be only winning 6 games. Tompkins will reclaim the throne at quarterback, so hopefully he can get right back to it and perform just like he was before he got benched. And again, man, this is another offseason where our front office has over $100 million to spend, so let us hope they use it wisely. Oh, brother, it's about time. We have spiced things up. Amon-Ra St. Brown getting signed to a 3-year, $120 million contract. I think he's old at this point. Don't care. Donovan Jackson's not bad either, so maybe, just maybe, this could be the signing to push his team over the edge to where we can at least win more than 7 games. And brother, we are about to be stacked at wide receiver. So we just got a 78 overall in the 2nd round. We also got the next Troy Polamalu here. Definitely don't think we cooked with our 1st round pick though, getting a 74 rated tackle at pick number 5. God, the difference between left tackles, man. The Titans got an 83 rated, and we had to settle for a freaking 74. All things considered, not bad at all. But like, can we please lock the frick in here, brother? This is his 5th season. He's the best player to ever live. This will be his 5th season playing at an all-pro level at 5 different positions, and he is yet to sniff the playoffs. This team is just too good. They're too freaking good not to make the playoffs. So with our perfect player playing middle linebacker this season, let's see if for the first time today we can avoid disappointment. Oh, brother, is it about time? 13-4. Don't care how we got here though, brother. I'm just glad that we finally made it. Offense looking good at top 5, and the defense with a perfect player playing middle linebacker, top 10 unit again. Dude, our young quarterback is turned into an absolute stud. Like, he might get himself like a $500 million contract. H-Chan, not bad either. Okay. I guess that signing was rather important. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,800 yards, 26 touchdowns. I totally forgot too, our perfect player has yet to play wide receiver yet. When him and St. Brown play together, they might break every single offensive record in NFL history. Now, how did the main man do? He had 109 tackles, 10.5 sacks from middle linebackers, pretty good. 19 tackles for loss, an interception, a forced fumble, and no touchdowns. So, like, I mean, it's not the greatest season ever, but again, not bad at all from an inside linebacker position. Ooh, our youngster came in second in the MVP race. Like, surely he'll eventually win it, especially when our perfect player ends up playing receiver. Honestly, no shocker at all here. And Defensive Player of the Year does not go to our perfect player, although he does come in 4th, which is, again, very, very impressive from an inside linebacker position. But at the end of his 5th regular season, he actually didn't make a 5th Pro Bowl. I don't know if it's this year that he missed it, but if he did, that's stupid. Totally thought we were going to complete that challenge, yet we didn't. I mean, just 5 seasons in, though, to his career, this is just an insane award tab. I mean, he led the league in rushing yards. He was a Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, also has an Offensive Player of the Year, Best Running Back Award, Offensive Player of the Year again in 2027. It actually doesn't have every award because he also won the Best QB Award. It's just not showing up. There's a lot more that Madden's keeping us from seeing here. Oh, I'm just now noticing too, dude, it like erased all of his offensive career stats. That's disappointing. Now let's see if our perfect player at the middle linebacker position can lead us to the Super Bowl in our first time of asking. How disappointing will it be if it took us 5 full seasons to make the playoffs, and after all that we get first rounded after a 13-win season? Didn't get first rounded after a 13-win season. We get a big win, 24-10. How'd the main man do in his first ever playoff game? 7 tackles, 2 sacks. Not bad at all. Now after that, surely, and I mean surely, we did not get knocked out by the Browns here. Win this game, and we're in the AFC Conference Championship, and we get a massive 31-3 dub over the Browns. Now all we have to do is take down my 1 seed Tennessee Titans. But dude, complete and utter domination here. Held the Browns to sub 200 yards. Everything is clicking at the right time, fellas, and I'm all for it. I mean, our guy didn't do way too much, although he did have 2 sacks and 4 tackles. One more incredible performance here, unfortunately against my favorite team, but one more win, and our perfect player has finally made it to his first ever Super Bowl. Are we about to suffer heartbreak, or are we about to suffer jubilation? We are jubilant, fellas. We have made it to the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Rams. 20-14, pretty close game. Now we have to take on the opposing 1 seed. 5 seasons in, we make the playoffs and immediately make it to the Super Bowl. They actually outgained us, which is kind of scary. Okay, Drake May's their starting quarterback. Don't know where that came from, but the main man coming up big when his franchise needs him the most. 10 tackles, 2.5 sacks. That's what, like 10 sacks in 3 playoff games? One more win is all we need. One more win to bring a Super Bowl back to Miami. Dang it. It's so anticlimactic. Oh, and to make it worse, it actually makes it so much worse. The Super Bowl MVP was their middle linebacker. Oh, I gotta see, man. How did we give up 35 points? I mean, it was a pretty even ball game statistically. Mac Jones, their starting quarterback, balling out. We couldn't run the ball. Good performance from both the number 1 receivers. The first game in the playoffs where our perfect player didn't have a single sack. It's disappointing. But let's come right back next year with a vengeance. But the big question is what position he's going to be playing in year number 6. He is going to be playing wide receiver. And fellas, I am excited. This is about to go crazy. I mean, like, not to mention too, dude, like, we got Malik Washington, who's like a 90. Adonai Mitchell, who's like a 90. Freaking Jose Peralta, who's a second-year 84 rated. And also, not to mention, we got ourselves a 95 overall X-Factor quarterback. He, honest to God, might throw for 6,000 yards next year. If this team next year, plus the offseason additions that the CPU makes, this team can't win the Super Bowl, I don't know if we ever will. Actually, not in the best cap situation, boys. How'd that even just happen? Okay, this is how. We just went out and re-signed a ton of players. Caden Proctor got 100 mil. Our guard got 40. Tight end got 30. I'm kind of scared about our quarterback, though. I've yet to see our quarterback sign a contract extension, and like losing him would be detrimental. So, no real reason to pay attention to free agency, so I guess we'll go ahead and simulate straight through the draft. Oh, God. I think this draft class is 100% the actual origin of the hantavirus. So in our perfect players upcoming 6th NFL season, I'm fairly confident we're going to see a billion offensive records shattered this year. I mean, like, how are they not? I mean, you got 95 quarterback with 2 99 overall receivers, one of them being one of the best receivers. He's the best player to ever live, not to mention a pretty good running back. So if we do not exceed last year's win total of 13, I will be shocked. Dude, that's so underwhelming. I guess beggars can't be choosers, dude. We still made the playoffs unlike the first 5 years, but I want to see why we got worse. Definitely not the offense's fault, as we all expected, the best offense in football, and our defense didn't suck either. Okay, Rakeem didn't throw for like the 6,000 yards I was expecting, but again, you can't be mad at this. 4,900 yards, 47 tutties, 11 interceptions with a perfect completion percentage. Achane didn't do much. I do want to say, he threw 47 touchdowns. I wonder how many of those went to our perfect player. I'm actually excited to see this man as a wide receiver. What sort of impact did he make? Oh my God, dude. Like, I already thought this was crazy enough until I saw the 30 over here. Jesus, dude. Now, okay, I will say, little disappointed here, St. Brown. You had like 20-something touchdowns a year ago, and you're slacking this year. I know you're getting older, but who cares? Who cares? Because our main man had 116 grabs, 2,255 receiving yards, and 30 receiving touchdowns. I really wonder how close he came to winning MVP as a wide receiver. That is insane. Insane work. And that should be, right? That has to be his 5th Pro Bowl. There it is. Challenge complete. Let's see it, boys. Does he win MVP as a wide receiver? Oh, I got really excited. I saw the Dolphins logo, went to our quarterback. It kind of makes it hard to win it as a wide receiver because obviously your quarterback has to throw for a lot of yards and touchdowns for you to get here. Comes in 6th, which that's very, very impressive for a wide receiver. I do believe that is the highest I've ever seen a wide receiver finish ever in Madden. And I do a lot of these videos, a lot. But following the all-time performance of wide receiver this season, can this year he lead his team all the way and actually finish the job and win the Super Bowl, unlike last year? Now, we'll say this definitely sets up for the perfect revenge arc from the Titans. We knocked them out in the AFC Conference Championship game last year. They just beat us 2 weeks ago, so I'm not gonna lie, don't really feel good about this. First round exit is diabolical. Oh, that is so bad, dude. I'm telling you, winning the Super Bowl is going to be impossible today. Our defense without our main man on that side of the ball is struggling. Drake May balling out. Actually, a rare good game on the ground. Good game for the main man, but dude, it all comes down to our garbage defense. God, I wish we could run it back another season. Unfortunately, we can't, though, because he might have to play offensive line instead. Let's just go ahead and get offensive line over with. I'm actually interested to see how much a 99 rated offensive lineman helps the team out, but instead, he's gonna have to play defensive tackle, which actually could be huge for this defense that's struggling. I mean, I really don't even feel like I'm exaggerating here. We should really, unless we lose some of these players in the offseason, this should be one of the best defenses I've ever seen assemble. I mean, this defensive line is filthy, which I really don't know what's gonna happen this offseason because we literally start with negative $33 million in salary cap. We might have some contract expiring and gain some of that money back, but I do know our quarterback, unfortunately, has his contract expiring, and I don't know how we're supposed to re-sign him when we don't have any money to spend. So we, honest to God, at this point in the video, might have already missed our Super Bowl window, which I suppose we could go ahead and check. Oh, God, dude. So Kenneth Grant comes back. Kenya Baggs comes back. Trenton Simpson comes back, but I don't see our quarterback signed to an extension. Maybe he signed like a ghost contract extension. Okay, I think he actually did. Sometimes they do sign extensions and it just doesn't show you, because I think he did. No, he didn't actually. What is this? Like, did they franchise tag him? I really don't know what's going on right now, but let's just see if our starting quarterback's still on the team at the start of next season. In the meantime, since we have no money, it is more important than ever for our perfect player to hopefully lead us to a Super Bowl eventually. We need our front office here to actually put together a good draft class, because we need good, young, and cheap talent coming up the ranks, progressing to replace the players that we're eventually going to lose because we can't afford to re-sign them all. If we draft a quarterback here, I feel like that will be pretty freaking telling. Didn't draft a quarterback, but drafted a cornerback, and not a bad one. Sean McPhee, 77 overall. I mean, it did get a quarterback in the 3rd round, but I just don't see Dakota Bigsby here replacing our starter. I mean, that's if he's even still on the team here, which he... Oh, no. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh, we're going to the next season with this guy, Dylan Green. The future of this franchise lies in the hand of a guy named Dylan Green. What was the point in re-signing all these guys? Why did it say he was locked down for next year? We lost a 99 overall quarterback to the New Orleans Saints. That's the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire freaking life. So it's with a heavy, heavy heart, boys, as we head into our perfect players 7th NFL season, that I predict that we probably don't make the playoffs ever again. Although I do think you kind of cook at defensive tackle this year. But it's just like, why? Like, even though we're a 91 overall team, apparently, I would not be shocked whatsoever, dude, if we didn't win more than 5 games. Well, I guess I did underestimate the fact that this game makes absolutely 0 sense. How we won 2 more games than last year, I don't know. I'm assuming our defense was better. Our offense still finished top 10 somehow. Defensively, we were top 3. To be fair, man, I need to put some respect on Dylan Green's name. It's not a bad season at all for a friggin' 60 rated quarterback. What did he get up to? Got to a 74. I still hope somehow the franchise, the front office, they can replace him, whether it be through draft or free agency, because I don't think he's going to lead us to a Super Bowl. Good season from Achane, so I'm assuming that's why we did so well offensively. Amon-Ra St. Brown, not bad, kind of returned to form. And what we care about, our perfect player playing at defensive tackle, ended up putting up... Oh! What is this? How do you get 131 total tackles at the defensive tackle position? 34.5 sacks. Brother, absolutely speechless. I'm actually extremely curious to see if he won MVP this season. That's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Not to mention, also had a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, a block kick, a safety. This genuinely might be the best overall season of all time. If we just witness a defensive tackle win MVP, I'm gonna bust. Oh, he didn't. He came in 4th, man. Oh, like, don't you believe if somebody in real life put up 34.5 sacks, they win MVP? Like, surely. What a season, though. And of course, like, absolutely had to have won Defensive Player of the Year. If not, I would have burned my house down. And obviously, also won Best Defensive Lineman. Let's see if he can hopefully continue to put up like 5 sacks a game and lead us back to the Super Bowl. Let's please not get first rounded like we did a year ago. Thank God. 28-22. And the good news about this divisional matchup against the Jets here is we just beat them 2 weeks ago. So if we can beat them again, we advance into the conference championship for the 2nd time today. Let's see what the big boy did here. See if he put up 20 tackles. I don't know, friggin' 10 sacks. Oh, looks like a rather conservative performance. He had 5 tackles, 2.5 sacks, tackle for loss. So I guess another primetime performance. If he stays at this pace, he will put up 10 sacks in the playoffs. Come on, one more dub. advanced us into the conference championship game. We get the win by the skins of our big, fat, juicy shafts, 20-17. All we have to do is take down the 15-2 Browns, which will probably be rather difficult. I have the main man do this time around. He put up a total 6 tackles, tackle for loss, and a sack. A little underwhelming, but who cares what his stats show as long as he can bring this team to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be tough though. Like, who's the Browns quarterback? There's no way Shedeur Sanders is playing this well. Brad Roberts, just like we all expected. Oh, don't like this. Wish it didn't look. Browns already beat us in the regular season in Cleveland, 23-10. So can we get revenge, right our wrongs, get a win here, and advance into our second Super Bowl? And hopefully, if we do make it, we actually win this time. I do have a really, really bad feeling though, and we have done it. We have made it to the big game yet again against the Green Bay Packers. It was actually a pretty dominant win, 35-21, so we definitely did get our revenge. Like I said, put respect on Dylan Green's name. Like, who needs a 99 rated quarterback? Morris, a decent performance. You had 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. But we are going to need ourselves a literal big boy performance here. Take down the Grossi posse, and finally, 7 seasons in, win his first Super Bowl. Been through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, but it will all be worth it at the end if we can hoist that Lombardi trophy. Oh no. Oh my God! This makes me sick to my stomach. There's the bad quarterback play coming out. Couldn't even throw for 130 yards, a 38.9 quarterback rating. Oh my God, the performance of his life, dude. I swear this guy deserves so much more. 11 tackles, 5 sacks individually, but yet still can't lead his team to the Super Bowl because for some dumb reason his front office decided to let Dylan Green start instead of a 99 rated quarterback. But I'm sure these guys were worth it. Oh, it's starting to sting, boys. Reality is starting to set in. I just really don't know if the Super Bowl is in the cards today, and we're running out of time and we're running out of positions. Just go ahead and just give me offensive line. Just get it over with, dude. We're going to save offensive line for last. We're going to have to hopefully lock down opposing receivers at cornerback and maybe break the single-season interception record. From D-tackle to cornerback is an insane transformation. Yet again, not a shocker that this offseason we didn't have any money to sign anybody. So I think we need to hope and pray to actually draft a good quarterback here. Like, yeah, kudos to 74-rated Dylan Green for helping us make the Super Bowl, but doesn't matter if you still lose. So I know we're picking 31st here, but I don't care. Give me a quarterback. Oh, wow. That actually worked out pretty well. Diego Peralta, 76 overall. That's actually a really good draft. That's actually really funny. Kind of called it. 6'2" out of Oklahoma State, 76 overall, hidden development. We might just hit a gym again, but I'm kind of worried that it might be too late. So with the new rookie quarterback and our perfect player hopefully playing some lockdown defense at cornerback number 1, this is his 8th NFL season, meaning after this we have 2 more to go, and I really don't like our chances of making it back to a Super Bowl. Which I do have to say, with our perfect player literally automatically being the best cornerback of all time, him and Chris Johnson probably make up the best 1-2 punch at cornerback in NFL history. So if we're going to make the playoffs again this year, and maybe even go on a Super Bowl run with a rookie quarterback, for that to happen, we're probably going to have the best defense in football. All right, that's a start. Could be worse. Offense was still top 10. Interested that defense actually wasn't good. Rookie quarterback with a good season. Achane still balling out, as is Amon-Ra St. Brown. But what we care about is our perfect player playing cornerback with 5 interceptions. Not bad. Not to mention a half a sack, 101 tackles, tackle for loss. Definitely not breaking any records or anything with only 5 picks. He did have 208 interception yards, which was because he had 2 pick sixes in the same season. Not to mention 2 forced fumbles. So I'm wondering actually there's a chance he could have won Defensive Player of the Year with these stats. It's like 5 interceptions enough in this game to lead the league in interceptions? It tied. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. I wish I didn't see this. But hey, Diego Peralta is off to a good start. He's going to end up better. Was that enough to win Defensive Player of the Year? No, it wasn't. He, unfortunately, didn't even come in the top 10, which is a little unfortunate, and a little crazy after putting up 34.5 sacks last year. But we did it with a sneaky quarterback last year. Can this year we do it with a rookie? Which this playoff run, we're just going to rip the Band-Aid right off and simulate straight to the Super Bowl. Can we make it back for a 3rd time and hopefully prove that 3rd time really is a charm and finally win that Super Bowl? We didn't. Of course not. Of freaking course not. We, after all that, got first rounded. That's great. Oh, we gave up 400 yards, man. I do have to say, giving up 317 passing yards when you have two cornerbacks 95 plus rated is insane to me. 8 tackles, just couldn't make the impact at cornerback like he did at D tackle, man. So for season 9, let's just get it over with. Come on, offensive line. Offensive line's gonna be left for last. Hopefully, though, at will linebacker, he can have more of an impact than what he did at corner. Oh, it kind of sucks because we already had a 91 rated X Factor will linebacker who's going to kind of be wasted now. Now, with us not having any money again, I assume we're not going to be able to spend anything in free agency. Dude, not being able to sign a single free agent for like 4 straight off seasons is gross. Now, since morale is a little low around here following a lot of the negativity that has transpired the last couple seasons, I do want to try and bring those vibes up a little bit. As you guys see here, our perfect player not only holds 5 different Dolphins single season records, he holds 4 all-time single season records, which if I'm being honest with you, I don't think any of these are ever going to be broken. So at least that's challenge complete, leaving us only needing to win a Super Bowl. Funny, after we convert our perfect player from cornerback, they draft a cornerback to replace him. Year 9, perfect player, will linebacker. Don't expect it to be, but you best believe I will pretend to believe all the way to the very end that this is finally going to be our year. Well, that positivity didn't last long. It's the first time we missed the playoffs in a long time. So is will linebacker like completely pointless? Like the offense wasn't horrible. The defense sucked. I mean, the young quarterback doing his best. H.N. who's like 30-something years old now, still doing his best as well. St. Brown, I think he's like 34, still killing it. What'd our guy do? He put up 104 tackles and 15 sacks from the will linebacker position, which is nuts. But again, apparently wasn't enough for our defense to do any better than 22nd. Did have a pick, had a pass deflection, forced fumble, but no touchdowns. He did win Defensive Player of the Year, though, which I believe I've never seen happen from the will linebacker position, so at least he continues to make history individually. But following the end of a very disappointing year number 9, this is all we have left to look forward to. Oh my gosh, guys, I wonder what it's gonna land on. I guess it makes the most sense to convert him to center. Wait a minute, when did we get Ashton Genty? At least he's gonna have a good running back to block for, but again, I just don't know how valuable he's going to be. I mean, the offense is pretty good. The team's pretty good. I mean, it's a 92 overall squad, a 95 offense with 89 defense. Apparently, got Jaden Higgins as well, so this young quarterback up to a 90 rate has got some good weapons. The defense still looking pretty good, too. So I know it's probably, by far, his least impactful position he's ever played. Keep in mind, this is year 10, the final season of his career. So, like, even with him being the best center of all time and it probably not meaning much, the team around him, I believe, is good enough to maybe, just maybe, go on a run this year. So one last ride for the most perfect player in NFL history. So what a shame would it be if we had the best quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive lineman, cornerback, defensive end, linebacker, and defensive tackle in NFL history, and he ends his career without a Super Bowl. And for him to deservingly so, right off into the sunset, the Super Bowl win, the first step is making the playoffs here. How fitting! He helped us have a top 5 offense again. The running game was great. To my surprise, he actually allowed 4 sacks. Oh, and that just makes it even better, doesn't it? Oh, he barely even came top 10 for the best offensive lineman award. So unfortunately, as an offensive lineman, our perfect player puts an end to his career. Yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl, had his heart broke a couple times, but it definitely wasn't his freaking fault. But since he didn't win a Super Bowl, yes, you guys win 1 copy of Madden 27, bringing my offseason total up to 4. So I were to keep tallying them up throughout challenges in the offseason, and when Madden 27 comes out, you guys are going to win however many you have to give away. Hopefully not in the double digits, but in the meantime, I'm going to get naked. Now, if you're still enjoying these ridiculous perfect player careers, you can click right here to watch another one.